Let's test out some weapon mounted lights.
First up, we've got the TLR7X sub and the TLR7 HLX. Now the HLX is going to give you a full 1000 lumens with 22,000 candela, whereas the 7X sub is only putting out 500 lumens with 5,000 candela. Lights up great at 25 yards, that's where the flag's at. But the tree line beyond that is at 50 yards and you can't even see the fence. Whereas the high candela model, you can see the bushes along the fence at the 50-yard line, and it clearly lights up the 25.
Next up, we've got the Streamlight TLR1 HLX compared to the Surefire X300 Turbo and the Surefire X300 Ultra. The TLR1 HLX is pushing 1500 lumens and 20,000 candela. The Surefire X300 Turbo is pushing 650 lumens, but 66,000 candela. And the Surefire X300 Ultra is pushing 1,000 lumens with 11,300 candela.
So the TLR1 HLX is showing up nice and clear at 25 yards. Also nice and clear at 50 yards. And you can see the 100-yard pole back there, but it's not very concentrated on it. Now we bring out the X300 Turbo and you can see the beam is a lot more concentrated. You can see all the way out there the 100-yard pole pretty clear, and all the way out to 175 yards you can at least make out the fence line. So with this being the X300 Turbo here, we're going to move to the X300 Ultra, and you can kind of see the difference here. Go ahead and power off the Turbo. The Ultra you can see nice and clear at 25 yards, and you can make out the 50-yard. It's pretty clear, but out at 100, getting way too hazy, not enough candela. You use the Turbo and you're reaching a lot further with less of a spread on the light. Up next is the Streamlight TLR VIR2. This one is a white light and infrared light with a laser, and you can swap between the two with the switch on the top. So you can see this thing has a really good spread on it. I run it on this pistol caliber carbine. It's a UDP 9mm, and you can see old Poncho out there pretty clear. And it does reach to the 50-yard fence line, but it's not very concentrated, so not gonna get a real great visual at further distances, but it provides plenty of light for when you're panning across the front yard, for example. Now we'll move on to some bigger lights, starting at the most affordable, the Streamlight ProTac. Let's give this a try. So with 625 lumens and 22,000 candela, the Streamlight ProTac is going to be the most affordable on this video. As far as reliability, you know, they're questionable compared to Surefire products. But you can see it lights up the 25 yard, the 50 yard just fine. And then out to 100, it's getting a little bit weak, but I can at least see the 100-yard pole and the little 100-yard stake. So it's definitely usable. And like I said, a lot more affordable. We're talking a third of the price of some of these lights. So let's see what else was on the menu. Up next, we've got an older model Surefire. It's the M600 Scout Ultra, pushing 500 lumens and 16,500 candela. They ended up discontinuing this model and coming out with the 640U Scout Light Pros. So the M600 is going to do great at 25 and 50 yards. As you can see, it's got a good amount of spread, but it doesn't quite have the beam to get out to 100 and beyond. So this is more of a, you know, clear the house and the front yard kind of a light. You're not going to be spotlighting across, you know, out 150 yards searching for someone. So durable. I've put it through a lot. I just like the amount of light it puts out and the light pattern.
Next up, we've got this SMS Laser HFXC. It's got white light, green laser, and an IR light. Let's check it out.
So this thing is pushing 1,000 lumens and 80,000 candela is what it says. The thing lights up the 100-yard stake, the 100-yard pole, just fine. It's a newer brand, so people are kind of iffy about it. But I've done quite a bit of nighttime shooting with the IR laser, and it holds 0, and no complaints on the white light. Next up, we've got the 340 DFT Pro Turbo Mini.
This one's pushing 95,000 candela and 650 lumens with their special 18350 battery. And then it's a little bit less with a standard CR123, but this thing is super impressive. Let's check it out.
So this thing is going to be just an absolute laser beam. So you can see 25, 50, 100 yard, and I can see the 175 yard. This is by far the most candela of any of the lights, the most concentrated beam, and the most reliable. Now, it doesn't mean that it's just, you know, get this light and this is your one go-to light. It serves a purpose. I'm lighting up a field 175 yards out right now, but if I'm right here in my house and this thing, look at that, it's like a flashbang. You're completely blind. I'm still seeing fireflies. And you know, so every light has its place, and as long as it's reliable, the brightness is not necessarily the only thing you're going after.
Now we're gonna try the infrared mode on the TLR VIR2 from Streamlight and the SMS Laser HFXC. And we're gonna be checking them out through some L3 Harris tubes, 2400 FOM white phos unfilmed, sitting in dual Tonto housings and bridged with a M1 pano bridge. Let's check it out.
All right, so we've got the TLR VIR2. You can see the laser here. Reaches out just like any IR laser would. But there's a problem here, and it's that this light is supposed to have an IR flood and an IR laser. But guess what? It's a Streamlight. So while I was shooting, the recoil caused the IR flood bulb to pop out of place. So it's just jiggling around. You can probably hear it. It's just jiggling around in there. So this is why I run Surefire stuff. However, the laser still works, and I can still shoot with it. Passive aiming with the night vision on a PCC is fun. But yeah, it sucks that the recoil alone is what broke it. So now we've got the SMS Laser HFXC. Let's check out the IR laser. As you can see, that thing is super high powered. A lot better than the Streamlight TLR VIR2. And it holds 0. Now we'll switch it to the floodlight. And this is the IR floodlight. So for the viewers that don't know, you can't see this light with the naked eye. You can only see it with night vision. So pretty happy with this SMS laser product. We'll do some shooting with it on camera soon.